Welcome in, Bird Dog Yogis. We've got a lower body mobility sequence coming up for you. You don't need any equipment here unless, as always, if you want to block, we will be sitting back on our shins and our heels. So if you know that's painful in your knees, go ahead and grab a block so you can have something underneath your sits bones. We'll also do a legs up the wall at the end of class. So it's always really nice to have a block underneath the low back for that if you want to make it a little bit more restorative. Otherwise, you won't need any equipment other than your mat and your bodies. So when you are ready, we'll start just sitting on our shins towards the front of our mat. Starting our practice on our shins, you can always bring that block underneath your sits bones if you need a little bit of pressure off of the knees. From here, we're just stretching out the front of the shins and the front of the ankles. So you can stay here on the palms. If sitting on your shins is already intense for you, or start to walk the hands back onto the thighs, bringing the shoulders up over the hips, trying to lengthen through the spine, and see if you can relax in the lower body. Maybe the shins and the calves are wanting to clench up and take a little bit of that pressure off because it's starting to feel stretched. Adjusting the heels however you need to. Maybe they need to be brought in a little bit more. And just finding that first point of resistance and hanging out there. If you need a little bit more, starting to walk the hands back behind you. You can relax the head and neck down. And from here, if you need even more, starting to lift one shin up and the other, alternating from side to side. Or maybe bringing both shins up and leaning really far back into the ankles to really get that ankle stretch. Adjusting your hands however you need to, so you're not bringing the shoulders up into the ears. A few more rounds of breath here, finding your point of resistance. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Like that. And slowly, one step at a time, trying not to fling yourself, making your way out. Come into a tabletop, lift up the feet and then roll out the ankles, kind of bringing that fresh blood flow back into the lower limbs. Now from this tabletop position, we will tuck our toes under. And again, you can stay right here and maybe just shift the weight back into the heels a little bit. And then as you feel ready, you'll start to walk your hands in towards the knees. One day, bringing the shoulders back up and over the hips, hanging out here for a moment and really trying to bring the heels underneath the glutes. This is another great spot with the block underneath the sits bones if you need it. Just making sure all 10 toes are tucked under. I tend to have a wandering pinky toe for some reason, so I have to reach back and make sure all my toes are tucked. So I get that full effect. This is really great for if you have plantar fasciitis or have any pain in the feet. Doing this for about 30 to 45 seconds, either in the morning or at night before you go to bed. Again, just finding that sweet spot. It's called fire toes because you do start to feel that heat build in the lower body. Trying to draw your attention away from the sensations you're feeling in the toes and in the feet, maybe rolling out the neck. You can find some movement with the arms if you'd like, just anything to kind of take that mindset away from the fire you feel building down below. Taking a couple more rounds of breath here. Inhale and exhale. And one more inhale and exhale. All right, slower than you want to. Start to make your way out back to that tabletop. Untuck the toes. Give them a gentle tap. This does not have to be violent. It does not have to be super loud. Just some tiny little taps. Wiggle the toes. Feel that fresh blood coming to all of those joints. All right. Beautiful. Then hanging out in our tabletop, starting to warm up the hips here. I'll start on the left side so that you can see. You will bring the left knee out to the side like a fire hydrant, flex the left toes, then drawing a big circle up and around so the heel goes straight up to the ceiling and you rotate the hip down. From here, we'll tuck the left knee behind the right calf, trying to tap to the outside of the right calf, tiny hinge back in the right hip, and then lean back into the hands as you draw that circle back up and around to that fire hydrant and left knee back down. So we'll find those circles and rotations a couple of times here, moving nice, slow, and controlled, hitting each one of those positions, trying to keep the weight kind of over towards the left. If you can, just a little, so we're not dumping into the right side. Finding a little bit more movement each round. Let's go 2 more full circles out and tuck, and then all the way back in, and then all the way back out, and tuck the left knee to the outside of the right calf. From here, we'll pause and stay here. Release the left shin down. So your legs will be crossed like eagle legs. And from here, just start to shift the hips back, maybe lowering down onto the forearms, feeling this nice stretch along the outside of the hip. One more round of breath here. And then gently coming back up onto the palms, extend the left leg long behind you, find any movement that feels good. And then bringing the left knee back down to meet the right and just sink the hips back into this narrow child's pose for a moment. You probably started to feel that right glute fire up and engage as it's keeping us lifted and stable. And then back up to the tabletop, moving over into the other side. So grounding down through the left knee, start to bring the right knee out to the side to that fire hydrant. Draw that big circle up and around, and then tuck the right knee to the outside of the left calf. And then bring it all the way up and around, big circles back down to meet the left. And continue that motion, slow and controlled. Each time you go forward and back. And that nice rotation in the hip, noticing how this side feels compared to the other. Let's go 2 more full rounds. All the way up and in, and all the way up and around, then pausing right here, releasing that right shin down, and then starting to shift the hips back, lowering down onto the forearms into this eagle leg shape. And just breathing, feeling that nice stretch along the outside of the hip. If you have any piriformis pain or pain in the low back, this is a great stretch to take, as well as all the normal ones of half pigeon and all that fun stuff. A couple more rounds of breath here. And then gently come back up, release the right leg, find that movement if you took something on the other side, and then release the right knee down, shift the hips back into this narrow child's pose, let that go. That left glute was probably active and working there. And from here, shift the weight into the hands. We'll just send the hips up and back to a downward facing dog just for a moment. You can walk it out, bending into one knee, then the other if that feels good. And start to shorten your stance, bringing your feet forward, heels in, toes out, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet, sinking into a Malasana squat, heels in, toes out. hanging out here for a few moments. You can bring your hands to the block or the earth, or hands come to heart center as you use the elbows to press the knees out nice and wide and lengthen up through the spine. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, hands to the ground, toes go forward, heels back as you find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, toes out, heels in, sink back down into your Malasana squat. Nice job. Do that a couple of times, nice and slow with our breath. So inhale, you find length, lift up through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, send the hips high, turn the toes forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, toes out, heels in, sink the hips down. We'll go one more time through that. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold, send the hips high. This time we'll just hang out right here, shaking the hips from side to side, finding that ragdoll shape. You can shake the head yes and no. You can bend into the knees as much as you need to here to try and release the back of the legs. Then inhale, halfway lift, tabletop the spine. Exhale, sink back down into our Yogi Malasana squat. You can have the block underneath your tailbone if you need it. I will show two options here. We're gonna find some internal rotations with the knee. So first variation, to have a supported rotation, you're gonna bring your hands forward in front of you and shift the weight forward so that you're on your toes and your heels are lifted. And then you're just gonna rotate the left knee in and tap towards the right wrist, then come back through center. Rotate the right knee in, tap towards the left wrist, and come back through center. If you want a little bit more and you don't need that support, you'll keep the hands lifted and the chest up and back as you drop the left knee in, tap, and then come back through center. Right knee in, tap, come back through center. So choose your variation. We'll do that a couple of times to each side. So left knee in, tap, and through center. Right knee taps, and center. Just 100 more each side. Tap, and center. Had to sneak that in. Right knee tap, and center. Let's go 2 more each side. Left knee taps, and center. Right knee taps, and center. 1 more each side. Left, center, and then right, center, and forward fold. Let that go. Whew. Feel that blood flow come back in. From here, plant your hands, walk your feet out, walk your hands out to a high plank. Drop your knees if you need as we slowly lower all the way down onto our belly. Moving into a half frog, I'll go to the left so that you can see what we're doing first. Left knee comes out to the side, creating that 90-degree bend in the lower leg. You can do whatever feels comfortable with the upper body. If you want to relax the forehead down, if you have that block, or just keep the forearms down and a slight lift to the chest. If you want more, you'll come up onto the forearms, trying to relax in the lower body as you start to lift the chest and feel that rotation, or not rotation, but extension through the front side body and into that low back hip area. If you start to feel any sharp shooting pain, your body is asking you to come out of it. So just going to your depth. A few more moments here. If you want more, you'll plant the hands and lift the forearms up into this high shape. Again, choosing whatever point of resistance is working for you today. Just 1 more round of breath. And then keeping your left leg where it is, just lift your left arm so you can thread the right arm underneath you, relaxing onto the right shoulder. From here, we'll take the left arm up and over towards the ceiling, moving into a supine twist from here. So right knee will reach down for the left knee as the left arm either cactus is out to the side or reaches out towards the left. nice rotation in the spine. Stretch on the outside of the left hip. One more round of breath. And then gently bringing that left arm back up and around, extending the left leg behind us as we come back to our belly. Pausing here in a Sphinx pose for a moment, relaxing the lower body down, slight lift to the chest. And then moving over into the other side. So choosing your variation, bringing that right knee out to the side in that 90-degree angle. Taking time and moving into this posture one step at a time. Trying not to muscle into these shapes. Going wherever you want to from here. If you want to keep the chest lifted or lower down, you want to plant the hands and lift the elbows up, finding your sweet spot here as we hang out for a few more rounds of breath. Notice if you're clenching in the lower body, holding on any tension, can you send your breath there and let that go? Let's take a big inhale and exhale. From here, we will lift the right arm up so we can slide the left arm underneath. Moving into our supine twist from here, so start to reach the right arm up and over as the left hand reaches down for the left knee. Sorry if that was loud on the mic. Always awkward threading your arms underneath when you have a microphone on your chest, so I'm sorry for your ears if that was loud. One more round of breath here. And then from here, we'll just continue on to our backs. So adjust yourself on your mat however you need to. If you're off your mat, center yourself there and bring your knees into your chest. Give them a little hug, squeeze. Moving into our happy baby from here. So grabbing for the outer edges of our feet, pulling down on the feet at the same time, kicking into the hands to really activate in the hips, the thighs, and pulling down with our bicep strength. You can take some little rocks from side to side. If you like taking ninja baby, extending one leg long, then the other. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here, making sure you feel even from side to side if you're finding those kicks. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, release the legs and send them up towards the ceiling, finding legs up the wall. If you have that block and you want to find this supported place in the block underneath the tailbone, you can always just bring your hands underneath the tailbone, creating this diamond shape underneath you. Just supporting your legs up the wall, finding that sweet spot where the legs almost just float up there effortlessly. Tiny bend in the knees if you need. Just bringing that reverse blood flow. This is a great posture to take if you want to relax right before bed. You can actually put your legs up a wall and just letting your nervous system calm down from here. One more big round of breath. And then exhale, slowly release. You can bring the knees into the chest if you need as we transition out, sending the legs out long or just releasing the feet down to the mat. That is it for a little lower body mobility work. Quick and painless, hopefully. Thank you all so much for joining in, and I will see you all next time. Namaste.